Hello, friends, Romans, and countrymen, and welcome back to Splice's Redstone Adventures. Let me just reset the time here so you can actually see. So this is what we got going here. Doesn't look that complex right now, but I assure you it is slightly complex. This is a cobblestone generator. It generates, well, it normally would have 4 things of cobblestone that you could dig out and they would reappear. So you can switch it on and off, and you have lights to indicate that. So if we turn it on, you can see the light indicates that it's on. Now if I delete this or mine out these blocks, you can see they will get replaced. So this is the system. Looks kind of complex, huh? It's a little complex, not too complex. But first, let me just show you this. This is part of it, and it has to do with the lights over there. It's pretty simple. It's basically the same thing as we used over here on the door. If you did not see that episode, you should. Anyway, that's last week's episode. This is basically the same thing, but instead of a single output... Oh no, hold on. I realize there's a flaw in my design, which is this. Wow. You guys will probably be using not Bedrock, but you know what? Bedrock will do for now. Anyway, so yes, this is basically just a 2 output T flip-flop as opposed to a single output one. So it has 2 states, on and off, and both emit power. Anyway, so this is the machine. Let's see what it is. So it consists of the button here running to a monostable circuit. Here I have hooked up to a button so I can demonstrate. Now that monostable is hooked up to this block. Now, let me dig out some of this cobblestone so it has stuff to fill in, so I can demonstrate this. When I turn it on, what it does is it pushes this block into this clock here. Now, let me just turn this off again so I can demonstrate something. Now, at the same time that I hit the button, or actually slightly delayed afterwards, it sends out a pulse into the clock, thus turning on the clock. But when you turn off or when you remove the block, the clock stops. This clock is attached to this piston, which pushes out the generated block of cobblestone from this cobblestone generator here. And it also sends out a pulse that is opposite to that one, meaning that it's equal amount of ticks either way. Basically, it's just another pulse that's sent out to these pistons to push the blocks down this way. And then the only other thing we have here is just the light system for on and off, which I will show you after we build this. So let's get building. First, we're going to need some sort of material to build with. I'm picking stone because that's just a good one to build with. So let's start with our monostable. Let's do this a decent distance away. Now, you remember how to build a monostable like this. You get your little stairs going on. Put a torch here and a torch here for this situation. Oh, we're quite near to our minecart situation thing over here. Actually, we're going to run into that, so let's build this, not right here. Let's build it back here. Let's do it here, yeah. Okay. Whoops. Monostable. Alright. Torch. And torch. Repeater set to 3. And redstone. Now that you have that, I would suggest hooking up a button so you can test it. So then, you want to attach your T flip-flop, and I think in this scenario I have it pointing out. Yes, I do. So then you have the T flip-flop pointed out like this, except it's not actually a T flip-flop. It's just the part for the generator to put the thing for the clock, I mean. Now, let's just take a look at the clock we have going on over here. Now we have it rotating this way. It doesn't really matter what it doesn't really matter what direction it rotates. Now let's see. I'm just making sure I can see exactly what the clock is like. So the empty space is here. So we have one going in, space, 1, 1, 1, 1, and 1. I think? No, wrong direction, sorry. This way. And then we fill in with redstone here because we are also getting a pulse, as you can see, from a torch on the back. And let me just check the delay. The delay is none. Okay, so we've got a torch here with some redstone and a repeater with no delay. We have all of these, and this goes into the piston for the generator to push the cobblestone out of the generator. So this is the really simple setup here. I need to put in redstone. Now, all of these are set to full. And now, when you press this button, you can see we have the working clock that turns on and off. So, next step, build the actual generator. Now we're going to need water. So, we build our little trough for our detector. I believe this is correct. It is not correct. It is actually scooted back one and is longer one this way. Because I realize this is messing things up all over the place. That piston that we had there, I realize I messed that up. The piston is a regular piston. So I'm sorry for misleading you. Regular piston. Alright, so this is our little trough here. We put the water like this and not drop it into the hole, but put it like that and the lava like that. So now we have our little setup. Well, once we have that, we can get our little pushing set up here. So we want the blocks to be pushed this way. Now I have just 4. You can make it longer if you want. And the way I did it is just run a strip up here and run it up across these. Now, when you turn it on, works just as we intended. Now, that's pretty much it for the actual pushing segment. Now, the front, I'm not going to show you how to build because it's pretty simple. You just build this out to whatever length to where one pops out, or you could do more. It's really up to you. You can also use this to build, self-repairing bridges and stuff that you can turn on and off. It's pretty easy. Get out of here, sheep. But the next part is the on and off lights. So, for this, you will need a sticky piston and a sheep running in circles. From this sticky piston, or from this torch, put the sticky piston with a block. And actually, first, dig out this little trough. Now this is where the double output T flip-flop comes in. You see, we've got this. And actually, one thing before I do that is I completely forgot to do a these. That's a dispenser. There we are. That, just so that the blocks don't get pushed through the little wall there. Anyway, now that we have this set up, all you need to do is run a bit of redstone wire like this. Oops. And once you've done that, get your redstone lamps. Whoops. Get your redstone lamps and just hook them up. And then you put signs on them. So currently this is off and this is lit up, so put off on this one. In fact, I'll do it right now. Off and on. Boom. Now, pretty much all you need to do past there is, if you want to have another closer thing to turn this on with, just here with a button, and we can turn it on, and it is now indicated to be on. So that is how to make a very elegant cobblestone generator. You can, fancy it up to look like this. And I hope you guys appreciated this, and I hope you guys can implement it into like one of your bases or something, your secret bases. But until next time, I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and I hope this build was helpful. Alright, bye-bye.